Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So those who do not want to face reality or facing the truth, please do not continue on to watch this video. So today I'd like to share with you on Wing Chun Goes Artificial Intelligence. Now, this thing start, or why am I sharing this with you, is because a few days ago, many of our friends worldwide sent me this article from the South China Morning Post. As you can see that this is published October 30, 2021. And many of our Wing Chun friends worldwide is asking me on Wing Chun Goes AI. And it seems that Asia have lead their Wing Chun into artificial intelligence, and what is my view, and in the West, in the USA, do we have that? And as in this article, you see that this is related to university project. Over here is that Shuyan University project taps martial art expert to develop AI software for schools. And then here, Wing Chun enthusiast hope project will revive interest in history, culture of martial art form. So today, I'd like to share with you in terms of technology, comparisons of Asia Wing Chun and Ancient Wing Chun based United States Wing Chun's technology. Okay. So yes, United States Wing Chun have the artificial intelligence technology, and it has been in books. So today I'd like to share with you the comparison between the Asia Wing Chun and the USA Wing Chun. Well, Asia and USA Wing Chun, they are different. Okay, Asia today's modern Wing Chun is not Ancient Wing Chun, which is based on year 1850. So the United States of America's Wing Chun is actually based on the Ancient Wing Chun of year 1850. And that is not today's modern Wing Chun in Asia. For anyone who want to know the details why they are different, can watch my video, the Wing Chun Dilemma, and also this video on the turning point of Wing Chun, reform or vanish, only for those who can face the truth by evidence. So these two video or YouTube, which I released weeks ago, about a week ago before this post, in the October 30, have actually described in details by evidence the differences between the Asia Wing Chun and the Ancient Wing Chun of the China, and also the United States America Wing Chun, which is based on the Ancient Wing Chun. Now let's take a look at it, the Asia Wing Chun and how their approach to get into artificial intelligence. So in this post, in this article, it says here, Mr. Ip, a grandmaster himself, will demonstrate the movement of the martial arts first form, Xiu Lim Tao, which will then be turned into software to teach primary and secondary school pupils. And then here, she and part-time lecturer Mr. Shin will track Mr. Yip's movement digitally and by using a technology called skeleton-based action recognition, will produce the AI-based lessons. When pupils use the software to learn Wing Chun, their attempt will be tracked and addressed, and they will receive guidance too. So this is how Asia Wing Chun get into AI. So if we are writing in mathematic form, what it says here, it is the movement, okay, because it said that demonstrate the movement of martial art first form turn into software, okay. So this is the function of what described here, movement, which is with the dependent variable of time is equal to function, which is the physical movement and time. So this is what it is mathematically, okay, describe this. Now, so to look into what is skeleton-based pattern recognition, okay, so this is what a common definitions for skeleton-based action recognition. So here it said human skeleton as a compact representations of human action has received increased attention in recent years. In this work, we propose, okay, this post-C3D, a new approach to skeleton-based action recognition, which relies on 3D heat map stack instead of graph sequence as the base of represent of human skeleton. So this is what it is, and as one can say here, example, do a basketball shoot, then it can become the skeleton joint data and skeleton motion image. Or over here, this is the subject, skeleton tracking representations here, and then pre-processing, and then over here handcraft future or future attractions, deep learning, and then the recognition here. So this is what it is, okay, the skeleton-based pattern recognition. Now, that is how Asia do or get the Asia Wing Chun into artificial intelligence, okay, as is in this post, okay, based on university project and so forth, okay. So you can read this for the more details. So this is what it is, okay. So this is the core formula of the Asia Wing Chun when you get into the artificial intelligence. Now, let's look at the USA Wing Chun. In USA Wing Chun, in order to get into artificial intelligence, a detailed comprehensive system model is needed. Okay? So, the technology of Ancient Wing Chun based United States Wing Chun developed in Silicon Valley is as the following. Okay, it is getting the AI and the details, the snapshot of detail is as the following. The first thing is one need to know the uniqueness of Wing Chun, okay, or Ancient Wing Chun. Ancient Wing Chun martial art is not a collection of movements or techniques which open to random interpretation. uniqueness defines the purpose of a movement or techniques. So the first thing on the United States Wing Chun is that the uniqueness of the ancient Wing Chun must be identified, because any motion have is purpose, okay, based on the uniqueness. It is not a collection of movement or techniques which is open for random interpretation, okay. So example is that this is the Wing Chun, the uniqueness, and this is say the Jiu-Jitsu uniqueness. The Jiu-Jitsu uniqueness is the takedown and ground fighting, while the Wing Chun uniqueness is the shoot in with penetration, get really close to attack relentlessly, and then the sticking fighting, which is sticking and penetration attack. Okay, this is really close, so you can have a continued relentless attack, okay, over here. Okay, so this is the footwork. This is the footwork which is based on the ancient teaching of 1850s, and it is based on it is following or the offspring of the Shaolin sword strike of the ancient Chinese and general Qi Ji Guang of the ancient Chinese. So in the United States Wing Chun, the uniqueness is first identified, or else we don't know the purpose of what is the movement, okay. So in the USA Wing Chun, know what is the purpose of its movement according to the uniqueness of the ancient Wing Chun. Now, furthermore, Wing Chun martial art practice is not just an explicit human movement. It's not mimicking movement. Within this movement, human movement, there are 6 core elements there. So there's a 6 core element models. So it means that a human movement, it involves physical element, mind element, breathing element, the chi or energy element, strength element, and momentum element. And each of those have its state, physiological state, like the open state, the link state, the light state. It all means something, okay. For example, the physical element of open meaning that the state where the joint, every joint is can be loosely coupled, okay, open up, okay. So it be able to handle the joints, knowing the state. And then here is link, meaning that the joint can link together, tighten up. The light is at the state where the physical elements is having a very effective handling of the open and link. Okay. So any movement have this 6 core element there. Okay, and this is in my books, the Basic Wing Chun Art and Science in Details. Now, if you look at a movement like this, a palm strike, you can see that the 6 core element involved here. Okay, so like over here, this is the strength element, the strength element. You see this mass and the velocity, there's the momentum element. And this is chi here, this was the energy element. And of course, this is described in details in my book, Wing Chun Inception. So the bottom line platform is the 6 core element model. And then the 6 core element model further okay, evolve into the C model and H model, which is mapping ancient Wing Chun into sport science. Because if you want to make things artificial intelligence, then everything has to be able to be quantized. Okay, it is not about who doing a move and then you just model it for whatever that person do, and then that is the reference. No, you need to map whatever you are doing in the 6 core element into sport science, which means that you need to quantize that so that you'll be able to measure it, you'll be able to compare it, and you'll be able to analyze it or synthesize it. So the 6 core element is now mapped into the heart rate for different heart rate zone. Okay, this heart rate zone is like in the sport science. Okay, and this is a resting heart rate. This is called C model. And further, the C model map into the H model. Okay, you see that this is a heart rate zone the same, physiological state the same, but now you have a training goal. Okay, from deep recovery, warm up, conditioning 1, conditioning 2, fighting 1, fighting 2, which is like, for example, this is for the deep recovery. Okay, and then this is for the warm up, cool down. Okay, so over here you want to deal with the physical, mind, breathing, and chi. And then this is the 7 balls and force flow handling. This is conditioning number 1. This is called rising and sinking of the body, which is have to handle with the handling of the force flow on top of this physical, mind, breathing, and chi. This is the strength element, okay, which has to be here, intact here. Now, and then of course it has to get into the exertions or the impulse momentum handling. And then again, this is related to the heart rate and related to the momentum. Okay, you see that this entire piece from impulse momentum handling, accelerated impulse momentum handling, full accelerated impulse momentum handling, all this belong to the momentum of the 6 core element, the momentum. Okay, so there is model in the United States Wing Chun today, which have already mapped into the sport science and quantized, be able to be analyzed, synthesized, and studied in a scientific way. And of course, this is within the Wing Chun Inception book. This is within Wing Chun Matrix, and this exertions is in the Kung Fu 1560s book. So all of this is is based on the ancient classic, ancient martial art classic of China, and then map into sport science. So we know exactly what it is. Okay, and only that if we can quantize it, we can analyze it, we can synthesize it, we can repeat the thing. Okay, so that's why it is very important to map this thing in. Now, of course, when you map this in, then we can get into the detail. Everything will be well defined, scientifically progressive training, trackable and measurable. So, for example, over here, your heart rate, you can track with this. Okay, modern tools for your heart rate training and so forth. Over here, you can track your heart rate, your breathing rate, your heart rate variability. Okay, and also your breathing volume, the maximal inspiratory pressure, maximal expiratory pressure, all those, as we mentioned here, it is quantizable now. It is be able to be analyzed and be able to synthesize and study. So anybody who perform some movement won't be able to track down to this, okay, with all this vital signs, and of course be able to track the muscular endurance, acceleration speeds, okay, and like this, the power, okay, and the strength. So now in the United States, in Silicon Valley, we have this technology. We know it to the details. And of course, furthermore, there is the categorizations of the aerobic training, anaerobic training, recovery training, and that is mapped into the recovery heart rate in one way. Another way is you map into the, say, this is the maximum calculated heart rate for the 60 years old here, and you can see the maximum heart rate exceeded when in the training, and also how long is one at this exit maximum heart rate, because this is at full acceleration. While we're in the fighting, you're going to operate there, okay? And for the, say, over here, warm up, cool down, or sinking chi in Chinese term, you are operate here. So this is a different state physiologically. And so over here, you can check for the VO2 max, okay, based on your heart rate. And of course, you know your endurance. So the entire thing now is quantized, and every details of the training in the 6 element can be monitored, tracked, analyzed, because it's all quantized, okay? Now, in order to get into AI, like in my book, Meditation Matrix, it is presented here. So meditations is just a part of the Wing Chun, the USA Wing Chun training, which is the Ancient Wing Chun training. Meditation is belong to here. Deep recovery, nurture chi. Okay, so meditation can be this state. And of course, there are many, every of this state. Okay, they are different things. Like meditative practice over here for deep recovery is very different than level 2 fighting, which is involve full accelerated impulse momentum handling, which is going to get into maximum heart rate and your endurance and your VO2 max. Okay, so that we have to be clear. Okay, so anybody who is interested in the breathing momentum VO2 max HRV of Ancient Wing Chun can watch my YouTube here. Here's a VO2 max again, and you can watch this videos. Okay, there are explanation there or introduction there. Now, so let's look at how to get into the artificial intelligence. Now, say this is meditation. This first tier here for deep recovery meditations. Okay, so this is a case. Meditation is a case within the each model, which is this case. Okay, so take that as example to get into the detail. Okay, so this is in this book. To have a high quality, repeatable, and effective meditation practice, a clear meditation process model is needed. Modeling the meditation process gives one a mechanics to understand what, how, and when things get done in practice. Once one understood how things work, one will be able to clearly handle and continuously improve the practice. The model and process steps in the previous chapter of this book are example of process modeling the meditation practice. So figure 9.5 to figure 9.8 elaborate the modeling of meditation process, the fusions of meditation process with machine learning. Figure 9.5 and 9.6 show process modeling of meditation practice. So 9.5, your meditation practice, you model into the meditation process model. And within the process model is like that. You have their meditator profile data, like their gender, their age, and then the data you collect, like your heart rate and so forth, breathing rate, where you collect every sessions of the practice. And then of course there are rules, and then there are the solutions, okay? Because based on different conditions which satisfy the rules, it is assigned to different solution. Okay, now, so that's what it is, and then say as shown in the 9.7 figure 9.7, meditation process modeling can be fused with machine learning. This will result in using machine learning to dynamically and adaptive update the meditation process rule or flow, which result in the machine learning intelligently coaching the meditator based on the meditator's needs, states, and condition in real time, as shown in figure 9.8. So the machine learning can intelligently coaching the meditator based on the meditator's needs and the present state of meditations and the condition in real time. So this is how to do it. You got this meditation process. You fuse it with the machine learning. This is how you do it to implement it into AI. Okay? Artificial intelligence. So take an example. Okay? Say this is called meditation, but now you call it Qi Gong. You want to nurture Qi. You got a process like this. Okay, so you can see the process. This is called N1 process from this book. This is for nurture Qi. This is the process steps. Okay, step 0, how many minutes? Step 1, what is it? Okay, and you implement this step in this meditation, the Qigong or the deep recovery process. Okay, no longer using meditation here, but this is a Qigong or deep recovery. So this is the model of the deep recovery here, or the N1 process here, and then you put it with the you fuse it with the machine learning. Okay, so that way the machine know the practitioner's profile and the real-time conditions and states. Thus, the machine can coach the practitioner intelligently, okay, based on their vital signs, based on these things. Okay, so every one of this is just showing an example for this. Every one of this will go through this. Okay, and the entire each model here is, say you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 type of training lumped into one, combined into one. Okay, so that's how one can get into AI with all these models, and then applying the machine learning. Okay, So if you compare the comparisons of Asia Wing Chun and USA Wing Chun AI technology, Asia Wing Chun is based on movement, is dependent on time. Okay, so this is the dependent variable is time, this is movement, so it's a function of physical movement and time. While the USA Wing Chun movement, okay, is a function of time, okay. However, the real function is this. Is the functions, movement is the functions of physical states, mind, states, breathing, chi flow, force, and momentum and time. So this entire thing is based on the 6 core element. So meaning that the machine be able to know what you are doing, not just your movement, but what is the internal content of it. Okay. So today we got all of this measurable. Okay, from the heart rate, breathing rate, brain wave, and so forth. Okay. However, here you're using heart rate, breathing rate, heart rate variability, VO2 max, okay, and your strength and your power as the parameters, which is quantize and be able to synthesize and analyze. So that is what it is, the comparison of the AI technology of Asia Wing Chun and United States Wing Chun. Okay, so this is the differences. So that's what I'd like to share with you today. And again, this with this technology, we also right now know that the Asia's today's modern Wing Chun is not the ancient Wing Chun of 1850, and United States Wing Chun is based on the ancient Wing Chun of 1850. So in technology language, very simple, you can see this. And if you want details on technology language, you can see all this. Okay. And the differences with this. Okay. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. And nothing good or bad. It's just that Asia and United States Wing Chun's are different animal. Okay. Thus, it has different technology. And that is the truth and the reality of today, year 2021. The Hong Kong University have its model this way, while Silicon Valley have this in details this way. Okay. So hope that it is clear for all our friends now that everybody know what is the difference.